Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the pay to win account, hoping to get lucky with some summons, guys. We're trying to finish out Khazard. Ultimately, we've been building him for quite a while. We already have him at a plus 30 signature item, that's right. We have a couple pieces of his furniture. We can go ahead and pop him in there once we get him up to Ascended. What's going on, guys? William is in here, Kenneth's in here, Minty, Pluto, Pen, and Cosmic already. All right, guys, we got some summons. Misty Valley is up on repeat. Chasmic Altar is up. Abyssal Expedition is up. We have a brand new Voyage of Wonder. There is an insane amount of stuff going on in an AFK game. What's going on, Levi? And Corey, too Frosty is here. Kevin and Keck. All right, guys, so let's go ahead. We'll run through our dailies really quick while we let everyone get logged in here. Picking up the mail, guys. Look at the mail. How much we're getting here. 2,500 Poke Coins. 760 Twisted Essence, as well as our 2 medals. Plus, we do get a couple scrolls in there. Every day we've been getting that, guys. The Chasmic Altar has been giving us a ton of loot out of there, which is awesome to see. So we'll go ahead and do our 3 refreshes here. We'll begin our battle 35-8. So ultimately, guys, we're not going in there right now. Just finishing out the dailies. Doing great tonight, guys. I'm really fingers crossed that we pick up our last copy of Khazard. I would absolutely love it to go ahead and finish out. Yeah, I know, Minty. What's going on, Dark? So just like Minty said, a lot of players have said, I know Javid has shared it as well. AFK Arena is not much of an AFK game anymore with the depth that it has grown to. Over the last 2 years, not very AFK anymore. We got the Arcane Labyrinth on repeat. We got Abyssal Expedition. We now have the Hunting Fields, Chasmic Altar, the Voyages, the Peaks. Also have Candy Crush if you want to play that route, the King's Tower, Misty Valley on repeat. Yeah, there's always a ton of stuff going on in AFK Arena. We have both of our trials, new heroes. If you guys have not seen, I got the picture up right on this side. Of the new hero that is coming up very soon. Dolly is already talking. I'm not sure if it's here on the test server. Dolly is already talking about another new hero that is coming, which I believe it might be a Mauler hero. I don't think it's on here. I think it's on the test server. So even though the new hero hasn't even dropped on the global, ultimately they're already talking of a new hero. They've already looked over. They've already went over to a new hero, which is coming. Again, already Dolly's talking about it. What's going on, Benjamin? It's pretty, yeah, exactly. Pretty AFK. Me coming from World of Warcraft to play AFK Arena. Yeah. Big difference on that one. Here we're opening another slot. We need more slots in here, guys. All right, so library, I think we got a couple more levels here. We are on level 71 for the celerity tree, guys. So we are banking on that celerity tree. 71 at this point. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to get into the summons. Then we'll move on to the Misty Valley. Hopefully we can get lucky. What's going on? Kawaki and Kevin's here as well. All right, again, hoping with the summons that we can get some good results. We've actually gained quite a few cards. We got 10 Stargazer cards. We have 40 of our faction scrolls, 62 of our regular scrolls. We have 7 rare stones. And look at this, guys. We've collected a lot of these. 14 elite stones. So 14 elite stones. Fingers crossed we get some of the new heroes. I would still love to see some copies of Peggy. Let's see what we get. All right, so we got Cirrus, Titus we're building, Trana we're building. We got Food, Rose we're building. Warwick definitely need, Baden, Theowen, Brutus, Solus. Not too bad overall. A lot of those heroes we have built, which is good because we still get more food. Was hoping for a copy of the new Celestial hero, but unfortunately we didn't get them. I got Muriel to redeem. If I get her on my last day, will I get 3-day trial period or just a day? I believe you still get, Ash, you still get 3 days. As far as I know, 3 days. I need Alna 30-9 to get 3548 done. Oh, gonna stay there. All right. Let's see the summons, guys. We're going to go ahead. We're going to do all of our regular summons. We have quite a few companion points. We have some summon scrolls in there. And here I'm going to do Lightbearer because, again, we're looking for Peggy. Any copy of Peggy that we get are copies that we don't have to buy. So it would be very, very nice. If we have finished Lucy, Alna, Taylene twins, who should you gaze for? Ultimately, make sure Cucumbernator that you have a copy of E plus Mortis at least. And then honestly, at that point, most of it is up to you. A lot of players will go to a Mahira. Some are doing Mizoth. Orzoth or Zolrath, you both have built in there. If you don't have a Z's, you want to build a Z's. Definitely want to pick up a Z's. Some are building Athalia. Usually once you have the first 4 or 5 priority heroes, other than that, it's kind of a personal preference at that point. And there's another copy of Baden. Baden we still haven't built yet on this account. Look at that, back-to-back elites, guys. Very nice. Which is another copy of Rose. So we're going to add some stars onto a few heroes here. 6 more rares on that one. We got 2 more pulls. And I'm hoping we get lucky with the last one here. 1 more elite. If the trial period ends, it usually takes the hero away from you before. Oh, so D says it's going to take that away. So if you wait till the last day, you go ahead and redeem, it might take the hero away, and then you won't be able to use them, which I think that's kind of what Lilith planned. I got Lucy from 60 Soul Stones in a single friendship pull. Yeah, that is very, very good luck, Ash. Yeah, anytime that you can pull copies of Celestial or Hypogean heroes out of regular summons, absolutely, it is a lot of luck in there. Levi's done it before. You get all 3 days. So you do get 3 days, which is good. All right, so 1 elite there. Hopefully it's Peggy. It is Allard. We're still building him. Haven't really used him for anything yet, but a couple more light bearers there. 1 card on the table. Still looking for Peggy, guys. And it is double copies, so that'll add a star to him. All right, guys, this is it. Look, stargazed for Inoki. Yikes. I seen a Brutus earlier. We had a couple stargazers that were pretty weak. I see a lot of Belinda stargazers, but there's Inoki, guys. So someone is out there stargazing for Inoki. All right, so we got 5 pulls here. All we need is 1 single copy of Khazard. So first pull, just a couple rare cards. Pull number 2, just some more resources, guys. Hopefully we can get it. If we do not get this last one, it's gonna suck if we don't get this last one. There's another Wilder. So we got 2 more pulls. We might have to wait if we don't pull it. 1 card there. All right, guys, last one. Last single card. Here it is. Is it going to be Khazard? No, we are shut out. That is why players hate the Stargazer, guys. That is 20,000 diamonds. Just like that, you get absolutely nothing but a little bit of resources and a bunch of arena cards. So nothing. So we are still waiting for that last copy of Khazard. Got double Maulers there, which there's another copy of Titus. Got a copy of Rose, so it is Rose and Ullard Day. So I'll pop all these open. I was hoping. I was definitely hoping to get lucky there, but we did not. That's okay, though. Let's look at the food we got. Boom. So we got Kaz, Satrano. We got Warwick in there, which is good. Antandra, Baden. We got Rose. Got Solus down here. And some more food. Another copy of Villard. So we look at the stars, guys, that we're adding to these heroes. Look at the first almost 2 lines of absolutely just start out heroes. Which that gave us 2, guys. We got 3 copies of Rose, which maxes her out. There she is. Very nice. That's a big boost. Remember, guys, Rose usually follows Ainz, follows Belinda, follows Saurus. Very, very good there. Do single Stargazers. Yeah, we can do single Stargazers in just a minute. It's so close. What do we got? We got 2 pulls. Let's see if Giovanni is going to be the luck. There is 1, and the final Stargazer pull is... Oh, no. Yeah, Kawaki, that's about normal for the Stargazer. So Maulers, guys, look at this. Boom. Titus is maxed out. Rose is maxed out. We'll add some more stars. Zatrana gets a 3rd star. Antandra gets a 2nd one. Still trying to max out Antandra right now. She's very, very close. Got to get her furniture built. Kaz picks up another star. There we go. Solus picks up another star. So again, we're maxing out these heroes, guys, which is awesome. Very, very cool to see. Since we already have Raku, since we already have Respite in there, we're going to build Cirrus. So there he is, Mythic. We'll unlock his signature item, which is good. So we just have Almas. Almas is our last one. Have I done the Voyage? Yup, Voyage is already done. Is the first Ranger artifact any good? Yes, Joshua. The first Ranger artifact is really, really good. The Shroud. This is really a really strong artifact in the Shroud. All right, so we got a lot more heroes, but again, no luck on that one. Who else do we have? We have a star to add here on Ulard. Takes him up to 1 star. We get another star here on Flora. We just got 1 out of finishing the spring event. So Orthos is already done. Again, Khazard, we need 1. We need 1 there, and we're close. Why is Lilith so bad at math, having more L requirements in Misty Valley after her trial ended? Yeah, and that's why they do it, Ash. You hit it right on the head. That's exactly why they do it. Does Mauler team work in campaign endgame? Dylan, so the one that players use when it comes to endgame is the invade team. That's really the only team that I see that players actually use. So running a combination of Scrag, Titus is in here, Sophia's in here, which she's been kind of replaced. Lucy Cheese, some people even run Scrag in there. There's a couple Maulers that a couple players work, but not independently. So the Maulers are kind of weaved into a couple different formations. Ultimately, they're not carrying it themselves endgame, but they do well in other formations. So there is Maulers in the endgame formation, but they are not by themselves. All right, guys, so we got 33,000 Poe coins. Remember, Sunday we pulled all of these, so we got 33,000 that we've accumulated this week. Really big chunk of them coming from the Abyssal Expedition. Almost makes me want to do regular summons. I got Elite Twins from Stargazing and 115,000 diamonds. Only 3 Ascended Heroes. Stargaze Lucy or regular. Depends where you're at, Levi. If you roughly have, I would say, 12 to 15 Ascended Heroes, that's about the point you want to start Stargazing. That you really want to start Stargazing. So in our wish list, guys, still remains the same. Still keeping Khazard in there. We don't have many pieces of furniture for any of these heroes. Pippa we want to max out. Silas we want to max out. Antandra 0. Prince has got 1. So we're going to have a good chance. Where do you get dimensional keys? The dimensional keys come out of the Field of Stars. So I believe it is right here that you get, right here, dimensional keys. So not the first, the first one. Acquire dimensional keys allows the dimensional heroes and their fused counterparts to be placed in the same formation. Comes out of the Field of Stars. The dimensional keys do. All right, guys. Oak in AE best final boss team. Honestly, Cosmic, when it comes to the best team, the boss killing teams work really, really well. It depends what you built. And that's really, once you start getting further into the Abyssal Expedition, like for me, for instance, I went all Celerity. My Celerity teams are going to work very, very well. Running, of course, with Twins, running with Rose, possibly running with Rowan, Mortis, some of the buffers. essentially the AE teams. If you go in the AE and you're running a warrior tree, then of course you're going to have, you're going to have Saurus doing a truckload of damage. You're going to have a lot of the warrior spec. Same with mage. If you go mage, it's going to be the same, essentially. So the best team comp really depends on, one, the heroes you built, and then two, the relics that you chose. So there's a bunch of different team comps that work very well, just depending what you have. Which, there we go, guys. Mythic furniture right off the bat for Khazard. Still need to buy him. What do you think of the new hero? Yeah, I think the new hero is going to be super, super strong, Mako. A lot of players that have been using her on the test server have said she's very strong. So far she has come off very, very strong. Which once she comes to global server, we'll see exactly where she fits, which there is another piece for Silas. But ultimately, been very strong so far is what we're getting. Is Ein still powerful enough without Arthur in his comp? He is. The big thing with that, if you don't have Arthur in the Ein's comp, is Ein's has to live. Ein's has to have the survival there to work. Arthur speeds up his ult. Plus, Arthur is one of the best tanks in the game, guys. Arthur will face tank most any other hero. Even if he's faced against mages, he can do really, really well. So Arthur not only increases the speed of Ainz, but Arthur also has the survivability that Ainz needs, essentially to scale. He needs time to scale. There's another piece. That's double for Khazard, guys. Khazard, when we get that final pull, we're going to have a lot of furniture for him. It's going to be very, very cool. Oh, what's going on, Fleeka? Didn't want to waste my diamonds. We'll do regular summons. Yeah, Levi, if you're doing a lot of regular summons, especially like I said, if you're earlier in the campaign, if you stargaze too early, you're going to lose out on getting cards out of the tower, out of the faction towers, essentially. So depending exactly where your heroes are at is what you really have to look at before you start doing all of those stargazers, or start just stargazing a lot. Orthos got a little bit more, so let's go ahead. We'll add all these in. All right, let's see what we got. Did you notice 15 level decreasement in campaign after the Chasmic Altar? Will this difficulty increase after the event, or now is it permanent? Good question, Ash. We don't know. We don't know if the Chasmic Altar is going to be permanent. We don't know if you're going to kill the boss and it's going to be done. If when you kill the boss, when you finally get to that 100%, if it's going to allow us to fight the boss again, if the boss is going to give us, a 1 week, a 2 week, a month cooldown timer before the boss returns. We don't know. It's very, very interesting to see kind of how Lilith is going to play, is going to play the boss, essentially. What they plan to do with them. Oh, we're just a touch short, guys. We have one card on the table. I don't think we have anyone. We have Silas at 7, which is awesome. Look at that, guys. We didn't pull Titus on Tandra. We didn't pull any for Prince. None for Raku. That was a lot of furniture pulls, guys. So what does that take us up to, though? Let's see where our count is at. We're at 226. It's not too bad. 226 mythic furniture pieces, guys. And I know we do have a couple in there that are dupes that we've seen. I'm going to see if I can pull a couple more stones out of here. Possibly a couple more diamonds, maybe another scroll or so. And see if we can get... I'm thinking of ways, short of purchasing, if we can pick up Khazard. So we get a couple stones out of there. I'm hoping a couple out of here. Twisted Bounty is going to give us a little bit more there. So what do we got? We got a couple more stones. We got to be close, guys. We got to be close to this. Yeah, I think it would be cool if they did the Chasmic Altar. I don't like that they didn't give us what it does. Like they need a list of the debuffs or lists of exactly what it does. Would be very, very cool. But it's free loot nonetheless. All right, so we got a couple more diamonds. Let's see, guys. Can we get Khazard? Can we get Khazard on the singles? One more card. Final pull again is arena tokens or arena tickets. I hate arena tickets, guys. I think they should put more resources in here. Forget about the arena tickets. I'm not really too concerned with those. There we go. We got 9 more there. Maybe we can get some chests out of here. It's not going to be enough. Yeah, it's not going to be enough, guys. We're going to get close, but I don't think we're going to have enough to pull them. But we're going to run through part of the Misty Valley, so we'll have more furniture out of there. We'll have more stones, more rare stones, essentially. Even here, just a couple more rare stones. All right, so we're going to hop into the Misty Valley. Great time to ask questions. Just for the simple fact that this does take a while going through the Misty Valley, but ultimately, guys, when you look at here, not only do you get free heroes, you get a ton of red chests. There's a ton of loot to be had in here. In addition, guys, look at the amount of loot. The heroes, both the rare and the elite heroes. Then, of course, guys, look at the PO coins that you pull out of here. Every floor you get those PO coins, which is awesome. So here, Victory Light Bearers. So we'll do the same as we always do. We just park Ainz up here. He sits in the corner all by his lonesome. We'll go ahead and drop some tanks in here. And we'll go with support. Desera, I think, is going to be very, very strong. So a lot of players, Pixel, that have used her, that have kind of built her, achieve victory without tank and support. So no tank, no support, no tank, no tank, no support, no support. Ultimately, I think she is going to be very, very powerful once we have her built. Once she's released, once we have her built, I really think she is going to be very, very strong. What's going on, FF? Thank you for joining me. Just did a ton of summons, got a lot more heroes, hoping to come in here, pick up some loot, pick up some more PO coins, pick up some stones, and hopefully finish Khazard. What's going on, Ali? Thanks for joining us. Lilith should introduce Celestial Hypogean pull with 5,000 diamonds. Give 1 per month every third, 5,000. Yeah, they need to do something, Ash. They really need to kind of reconsider it, just for the simple fact now we have so many Celestials and Hypogean heroes. They need to improve the rate of the Stargazer, or they need to do something, because there are so many heroes in there. You can get Khazard on packs. Oh, to purchase them? We're not going to buy them right now, Kevin. We're going to wait a little bit. We're going to see what we can do. See if we happen to be able to pick them up. Let's go with Rowan in here as well. Oh, what's going on, Alec? A new Hippo supporter. Thank you very much for joining for a membership of the channel. And I don't know if my alerts are going on right now. And again, I still don't know what exactly is happening with our Streamlabs. Some of the alerts show up, some don't. Last time I got 1 or 2 alerts. But there we go, guys. Alec is a new member of the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel. Just got a triple elite pull with faction scrolls. Dark Plane, very, very nice. Hippo supporter, very nice. All right, guys. I'm still a little upset that we didn't pull Khazard, but I think we're still going to hopefully be able to get him. Is what I'm hoping. How is casuals looking in the AE? So we sandbagged a little. We slept a little bit when it came to killing the boss the first time. I think we were the 6th guild to kill the boss. We were really testing out the damage that we were doing on the boss. So when the boss comes up tomorrow, we're hoping to burn him down quickly. And look at that, Victor, new subscriber to the channel. Looks like there's a couple that just subscribed. And again, I think it's catching up. Alien with internet access. Oh, guys, there's an alien in the channel too. All right, so this one was, did we pick up last one? We are to the Graveborns. And I don't know about you guys, man, but I am super stoked about Graveborn support. Graveborn support is crazy, guys. Remember, we waited, what, about a year and a half, a little over a year and a half to go ahead and to get our Graveborn support. It took forever. Now we're looking for essentially getting a second support for Graveborn, which is awesome. Now what I want to see and what I would love to see, oh, we got Shamira. Is Shamira fused? Shamira's fused with Ainz. I want to see another Mauler support. Absolutely, I want to see a second Mauler support. We need to have another Mauler support. And there's what Isolde does, guys. You can't kill Isolde. He just absolutely runs the team over, which is awesome. What do you think of VIP level for free to play? Will they be able to get above 10? As right now, Ash, they cannot. Unfortunately, they are still capped at VIP 10, even though they added the little bonus in there to go above VIP 10 or get VIP 10 quicker. There's still no option going to 11, unfortunately. You're still capped where you're at 10, which again, I really hope they change someday. I think they really do need to adjust it or look at it, or even with progression, making it, being able to get higher than VIP 10, I think would be cool. Thank you, Abraham. Yeah, 17K subs, guys. We're almost at 17,100. So we are definitely getting there. We are getting very, very close. Victory with 5 different heroes. 20,000, we're going to do a giveaway. I know we got to do our month giveaway, which I'm getting ready for. We'll actually do it shortly. We'll do it this week. But ultimately, guys, YouTube is definitely getting there. Twitch, I'm thinking Twitch is unfortunately probably going to be no more. A lot of people have been coming over here, but ultimately had problems with Twitch, not getting much support on Twitch. Ultimately, I think I'm just going to move everything to YouTube, because even using Streamlabs itself was having a lot of problems with Twitch, and going back and forth, notifications, things of that nature. I feel like YouTube is going to be ultimately where we're going to have to keep it. After trying about 2 months of Twitch, it doesn't seem to be exactly what I thought it was going to be. I went with my usual lineup in AE, Warrior, Ranger, and Support. Yeah, so essentially the way that we build them, Pixel, and the best way that we found with going through is really building one tree. So I take celerity all the way up to 5. Once I hit 5 with celerity, then I build up my other trees, which I build up support and I build up warrior tree. I don't build up any of the other trees. So I don't build up the tank tree. I don't build up the mage tree because I'm not going to use any of those. I take them to 4, which is the minimum for the rank. But ultimately, I don't have any heroes that are in either of those formations. If you spread your resources too thin, especially in the Abyssal Expedition, you'll just get burned. You definitely get burned if you spread your resources too thin in there. After being stuck on Chapter 9, I'm finally past it. Very nice, Corey. It just takes time. I mean, you don't really start building teams till usually about Chapter 15 to 18. That's usually about the point you start building them. Right now, I can see only possible after beating Chapter 41 as a free-to-play player to get VIP 11. Yeah, depending how many, and I don't like with the rewards they give for completing the chapter. I thought it would be a little bit higher, but ultimately it's pretty disappointing with how they did it. They need to look at either the rewards that are in there or how they're distributing essentially the points is the big thing. Shame you have to get them all to 3. Well, Anthony, after you get them to 3, if you're talking about the levels in AE, you have to take them all to 4. So make sure, guys, once you get past 3, to hit Prince, you have to take them all to level 4. That's right. So you'll have to go ahead and continue leveling those up because they do have to go to 4. So you got some more work to do. Who do we have here? Let's go with Mahira. And I don't think mages are going to work for this, or all mages. What's the view on the Prince of Persia is working very, very well. He is actually super impressive with the chain stun that he does. It's very broken, guys. The Prince of Persia's stun is very, very broken, which it works surprisingly well. In the Abyssal Expedition, you can lock teams down, which works really well. Plus, putting him in there with relics, again, works really well. It does a ton of damage, and it allows the rest of the team to do damage, especially because you don't have enough heroes to if you're running full celerity, he's your CC aspect of it. So it does work very, very well since I've started using the Prince. I never spent diamonds in Desired Heroes because I'm spending them in Stargazing instead. Yes, ultimately, it's Heroes for Heroes Pixel. So essentially, the more you put in the Stargazer, the less you're going to have to Desire. But ultimately, the Stargazer is expensive, guys. As many of you know, the Stargazer is very, very expensive. It's an expensive way to get heroes, but it is the only way to pick up the rare heroes. I thought I had Irons in here. Oh, I think I might have just dropped them out. That's okay. We still got it. Will I be able to reach Prince as free to play? You should be able to. Curity, you should be able to. Most players, I mean, a big majority of players are free to play. As long as you're putting in the time and effort, you shouldn't have any problem getting up to Prince. It's not super difficult, especially when you start getting later into the AE, when you start stockpiling relics, you can absolutely get Prince. Like I said, it's not super difficult to get Prince. So you should be able to. Prince is God comp viable. Yeah, I seen the change that they made or what they did today with the God tier comp with the Prince. If you replace 2 of the 5 heroes, it isn't that much of the God tier comp. But I think they replaced 2 of the 5 heroes if I seen. And Ainz is dying to this Floral Spectre down here. Thought Isold might pull it out there. Can Prince replace Rowan in the God comp? He could, depending, but essentially if you're replacing Rowan, you're replacing the major energy battery. That's really what Rowan does. In that comp is he continues the cycle very, very quickly. Don't trigger ultimate abilities more than 4 times. 4 times is quite a bit for ultimate abilities. Let's go in here. We'll just go with our regular combination here. There we go. We'll take off alts because all we're going to worry about is Ainz. Boom. Oh, we're going to need more than that. Ainz keeps dying to the Floral Spectre. Here we go. We'll do 1 there. We'll get Rowan to alt. Ainz can ult twice. Should be good. Might just take a little bit to take them down. Yeah, Prince isn't very hard. Like what Ash said, you can definitely get there. What's going on? John from the Philippines. You can get Prince with a good team. Yep, exactly. Once you start getting further into the Abyssal Expedition, like I was saying, and you build up your relics. It's not super difficult. You even get to a point where towards the very end, the tier 8s, you can usually solo them depending on the spec you win. It's not super difficult when you get to that point to take down those stages. It's not too bad. Oh, might as well turn on our alts there. I use Saurus Izol for boss fights. Yeah, that's a good combination. Rain for the damage boost. Mortis is good in there. The twins are good in there. Very, very good. How have your rates been since the Moriel dropped mine? I would get one every other 6 pull. Yeah, my rates, Chris, were horrible today. We didn't get absolutely nothing. We got absolute trash rates today. So it was not good at all. Waiting for Lilith to give bonus T3 stones for every chapter completed after chapter 30 along with Stargazer cards. Those 2 elite summons is not even worth the effort. Yeah, and that's the other big thing, Ash. So just like you said right there, there's minimal to no incentive to push the chapter. I mean, to really spend the time, really spend the effort to make a ton of progression in the campaign. That's the reason why so many players don't. That's why a lot of players will literally just wait till they're over leveled to go ahead and push through the campaign, with it being a lot easier, without it being such a very, very high investment. Is you can just wait like we have and just kind of cheese right through it. And it makes it really easy to go through there. But yeah, my rates have been really bad. That's half of the Misty Valley, guys. All right, so a couple more rare stones. Here we got 2 elites. Is it going to be something good? Oh, there she is, guys. There is Moriel. We're going to need her for the next section, so I don't have to borrow her. There she is. Would have been very, very cool if we seen it as a Khazard, but we were just talking about the rates, guys, and there she is. New hero unlocked. So is Chasmic Altar a good feature? Yes, it reduces the difficulty of the campaign, which is cool. Very, very cool, guys. She is unlocked, and we got a copy of Damon. So not too bad there. So that unlocks her. Very cool. So we add her in here, and that's a free copy, guys. Definitely take a free copy anytime we can take it. Right there, 2,000. 2,000. Very nice. So a little bit more food. We got another copy of Hogan. I don't think we can run through these and see if we can build anyone. Yeah, that was very, very cool to see. Didn't get enough diamonds for another Stargazer pull. And I don't think we have anything left, guys. I think we are pretty much tapped out on just about everything. We are pretty tapped out. I have 120,000 diamonds and only 1 Celestial Hero Mythic Taline. Do I Stargaze for her? Honestly, if you're sitting on that many diamonds, I would look, depending how many heroes, again, you have ascended, I would look at taking the twins to Mythic and then building Lucy. If you guys are sitting on Stargazers, if you're sitting on a ton of diamonds, definitely building Lucy, which there's another Mythic piece, which is a second piece for Flora. And I want to pick up this card right here. Boom. So there's our 2 cards. So we are going to finish out Silas at this point. We're going to finish out another hero, which is going to be completely maxed for our 9 of 9 with our plus 30. So there is 1 piece. There is his second piece, guys. Boom. So he is done. So we can drop him out. Another one completely done. All right. So let's go ahead in the wish list. We'll drop him out. We got the prince in there. Now we're going to go ahead and put in Moriel because we know we're going to build her. Ultimately, test her out, see how good she is. I went with Sophia plus 30 instead of Isold. Isold or Grez on your priority. Absolutely Grez, guys. Grez needs his plus 30. Well, I take that back. You know what? I take that back, Ash. I was just thinking about it. So let me break it down a little bit, guys. So here is Grez. If you're in the Fabled realm, you should have your Grez plus 30. So that's, you should definitely have the plus 30 on Grez if you're in the Fabled realm. If you're, ultimately, if you're under the Fabled realm, the plus 20 is all that he needs. If you're in just the Twisted realm, if you're fighting the bosses outside of the Fable realm, because ultimately the plus 20 to plus 30 adds a Skeletal Warrior every 7.5 seconds, which is a reduction from 9 seconds. So ultimately, guys, you get a 1.5 second reduction in the entire fight. That is roughly 3 more Skeletal Warriors. So going from a plus 20 to plus 30 to get 3 extra Skeletal Warriors in a battle might not make a difference at all. In addition, with the stats, he doesn't get attack. So it's HP and defense, magic resist. He doesn't get attack in here. So going a plus 20 to a plus 30 doesn't boost the damage the minions are going to do, increases survivability a little bit, but ultimately doesn't increase the damage. Where on the other hand, Isold, this is one of the biggest things that you can get in AFK Arena. Anything that allows you to not be controlled by the enemy team is very, very strong, guys. Isold, to take him to a plus 30 is a pretty big priority, especially if you are running Isold, because he cannot be controlled while using Toxic Transfusion. Toxic Transfusion lasts for 18 seconds. So by the time he ults, 18 seconds he cannot be controlled. And by the time those 18 seconds have passed, he already almost has energy to go ahead and ult again, meaning that he is going to get another 18 seconds of the immunity, which is super, super powerful, guys. It is very, very strong with Isold getting his plus 30 signature item. Again, Grez, you don't really have to race to get it done. You'll get it done eventually. But ultimately, when it comes to Isold, he has to have it for that survivability. And here, guys, we're still working on Tundra for her signature item. So I've been using these chests for Mauler emblems. So there's 4 more Mauler emblems. And she is close, guys. 28, 29. So she is almost completely done. Is Zafriel a good investment? He is if you're using Zafriel for PvP. I don't know any players that use Zafriel outside of PvP. I don't know any players that use Zafriel in the campaign. But ultimately, Thunderstorm targets an additional enemy target. That means Thunderstorm hits twice. Anything of that magnitude is very, very powerful, because you look at his Thunderstorm ability, boom, now it hits 2 targets instead of 1 target. Super powerful if you're using Zafriel. But again, most players don't use Zafriel in the campaign. They use Zafriel when it comes to PvP. Has there been a new comp developed from the new Chasmic Altar? Yep. What's going on, Hyatt? If you go and look in the video, I believe today at 2 o'clock I put it out. I think it was the 2 o'clock video that we put that up. There's a couple different team comps. Honestly, when you hop into the Chasmic Altar, look at who is on the leaderboards and see exactly what they're running. Wukong seems to be by far the best that we've seen. Wukong is doing an absolute crazy amount of damage in here. And then, of course, Ainz is doing good damage. Tayleen's doing good damage. There's a lot of different combinations that are doing a lot of damage in here with the Chasmic Altars. Yeah, Isold's a nightmare to fight, definitely. When does the moving heroic frames? It is at Ascended. So here, guys, once you get a hero, let's say Raku, once you get him Ascended, within 60 days, you get the little avatar frame. Same with Peggy. Peggy, we just need 4 more copies of Peggy, and she'll be done. And then Muriel, we just unlocked. So we're going to focus her all the way to Ascended to get her Crazy looking avatar frame here. Very, very cool. New avatar frame for the new Graveborn hero looks awesome as well. Yep. Rakib, that's when they unlock. You got to have them ascended. Do you use gems to refresh the store and stockpile on signature items? It's too expensive, Chris. So here, the only thing we buy out of the store, we buy the EXP right there. I buy Pokecoins. I usually buy this, but we burn through all of our diamonds. If I'm buying these, it usually gets too expensive if I'm purchasing these. And if I do buy them, it's because I'm out of them. Even now, I stockpile 300. When I hit 300, whether it be the amplifying emblems or the primordial emblems, once I hit enough to take a hero from 0 to plus 10 signature item, or plus 20 to plus 30, or plus 10 to plus 20, I stop buying them. So essentially, I stop buying them at that point because they get too expensive. I need gold for levels. I'm always stuck here for gold for levels. I need gold for gear. Plus, when we refresh the store, buying these, if you're doing 3 or 4 refreshes, we don't have enough gold. We are gold poor every single day. Even with everything we do, it's very, very gold poor. Which Mauler is the best to build to Mythic first? Drez, Anoki, or Entendre? Honestly, Pixel, I would go with Entendre. People have just been absolutely raving about her, that she can solo the Mauler Tower. The big thing with her is she's not put in too many teams. So really depending on what you're looking for out of a Mauler, Scrag is very, very strong to build just because he is a solid tank, especially if you're early game. He can hold the line in the campaign and the Mauler Tower both. He does very, very well. A lot of people build Titus first because of the crowd control aspect that he brings with his howl, his battle howl to actually fear enemies. Anoki, I wouldn't build. Drez, I probably wouldn't build Drez first. He would not be my first choice by far. I would go either with Titus, with Entendre, or with Scrag to really build. Yeah, Entendre is, yeah. Everybody who has Entendre, they said she is very, very similar to Isolde when it comes to the Mauler Tower. She can destroy targets very, very quick. She has a lot of survivability. She is very strong, especially with her furniture and with her signature items. Very, very strong. I'm convinced 2960 is impossible. That's one that you just have to level through, Ronan. It's honestly, it's a very, very tough stage. It just takes time to get through. At which level at 280 is it easy with Ainz? Once you have Ainz built, once you build up Ainz, guys, you just have to have enough support essentially to let him ult. Once he ults, it's usually game over for most teams once he gets to ult. And I think I just picked up, where's our warriors? Let's go with Wukong here. I actually just picked up earlier today the pauldrons. So we haven't even built up the pauldrons yet. Got those up. Yeah, Entendre is a beast, guys. Absolute beast. I can't see my heroic ship of that. The hero, no moving frames is there. Anything? I have 5. So Rakib, so to unlock the heroic ship, you have to have 10 ascended heroes. So right there, the distant torch, you have to have 10 ascended heroes to unlock the heroic ship. Yep, you won't have the ship there until you have 10 ascended heroes. That is, again, another reason why we prioritize ascending heroes over building stars on heroes, is ultimately you want to get further in the ship so you can unlock more of those desired summons. And the new warrior class artifact, would it work with Entendre or Isolde? I think it should. I haven't heard too much about the artifact. I think Entendre it'll work. I think Isolde it'll work. I think there's a couple different heroes, especially with Isolde, because he takes so much damage. Guys, remember, the more damage that he deals, the more damage he can dish out based on health that he's lost. So they could definitely work well in a couple different situations just because of the power they bring. And they boost the attack, guys. Look at the boost in attack, or the boost in HP. 16%, 8% there. Plus it gives you a reflection every 3 seconds. Yeah, definitely a pretty good artifact there. Carnage is Isolde's choice. So the big thing with Carnage that we don't like, or that I personally don't like, most of the time with Carnage is right here. Once the wielder's health falls below 50%, they're granted 20 haste and 40 life for 8 seconds. This effect can be triggered every 18 seconds. If you get this to trigger once on Isolde, that is usually it. That is usually the only time that you can. Most of the time, he won't drop to that 50% mark, and it does have a long cooldown. If this cooldown was shorter, I feel like it would be really, really effective because you have essentially a 10-second window when you can't trigger this. And then once that 10-second window ends, he still has to be below 50% health. So if he's not losing enough hit points because he's healing faster than he's taking damage, the Carnage isn't going to trigger. The Carnage isn't going to do anything. That is why most players run with the Chaos Bringer, because you're guaranteed to have this. That's really the big thing, the guarantee of having that versus not having that, or hoping that it triggers, is a little bit different. When hopping between the main story and the towers, are you always switching gear around? I usually do, Kitty, and that is the reason, guys, stressing it more than enough. That is one of the reasons up here I want a button to remove all gear, is because when you're going between the story and the towers, and then you go to, some of the Misty Valley, or if you're going through different parts of AFK Arena, to go through here and remove gear from every single hero drives me insane, especially when you're limited on gear. To swap gear in this game takes an insane amount of time, and they could easily fix it. I don't care if they auto-equip gear. I don't care how they fix it. I just want a button to remove everyone's gear. I can equip it manually, but like I said, to go through every single hero and remove the gear that I need to remove, or find where the gear is, I just want them to do the remove all button. It is exactly what I want. System 1 is my account. Morale signature item up to plan 20 on 3 PC tonight by the end of the week. Is my account name... Not sure exactly what you mean, Chris. Could a stun comp work with Prince, Gorvo, Peggy, and Morale? Yeah, it definitely could. Prince is still trying to find his place, just for a couple different combinations. We used him in here. He worked well. We took out this one last time. Ultimately, he will find his place in a couple different team comps because of, one, his survivability is pretty good. 2, his damage is good, and he does CC. So it's very, very good. Should I focus on Kren or Antandra? I would do Antandra. Kren is a hero that's very dependent on being built and very dependent on the team that you're running with. Ultimately, I would go ahead and build up first. A VIP 14, and they're inviting me to their suggestion Facebook group. That's something I'm going to suggest hardcore. Yeah, exactly. If you know, Kid, that's with Belinda. So Belinda, we always talk to. I think casuals talk to Belinda every single day. But ultimately, yeah, suggestions in there, guys. If we had a button just to remove, it would be super, super easy. It would be very, very cool to see. I started a new account 2 months, just Stargaze Lucretia. I reached chapter 15 with 55k gold. My first, awesome. So he pulled 30k diamonds and Lucretia. Juan Tulo, that is awesome. Yeah, Lucy will carry you the whole game. Honestly, when it comes to Lucretia, she will carry you the whole game. It just takes a little bit of RNG, but you can get her to carry you through a lot of the game. Let's run through here, guys, before we're concluded. Let's see who else we have to build here. If we have food, So essentially, we need a little more here. We are building up Rigby. Rigby is going to be our focus. Peggy, we need copies and she'll be ascended. Hendrik, I believe we need the same. I think we need one more. There's 2, 1. We need one copy of Hendrik and he will be ascended as well. But for food, we have 1, 2, 3. We only have 3. So not enough food to do anything on here. Yes, if you guys seen all of the pictures and screenshots on Reddit, on Discord, there's an upcoming event, and the upcoming event is going to be around the new hero. So I believe the Siren is going to be part of the new event, and the new hero that they're talking about is probably going to be included. I'm thinking probably more towards the end of the event. So I think there's going to be 2 heroes coming. We already know of 1. But ultimately, I think that is what is coming pretty soon. That there's going to be 2 heroes coming pretty soon. We have Warwick. We have 2 copies already right there of him. What's going on, Argonox? Thank you for joining us. So we need a couple more copies of Warwick, and he will be done. We got 2, we got 3 there. So again, not enough food to build anyone up. Wilders, again, we built Cirrus a little bit, just need a little bit more food, and Cirrus will be done. We have 2 there to take him to Ascended. We have 3 to take him to 3 stars. Then we have Almas. Guys, and that'll be it. The Wilders are built. Graveborn, we have 1, 2, which I think Damon's already maxed out. So we're building up Baden right now. But we're going to pause on that because remember, guys, we have the new hero coming. I almost thought about using it. So Damon is already completely maxed out. So let's go ahead. We'll use our food here. Baden again is going to be... Baden gets put on pause again. We've tried building Baden a couple times so far. So Baden, we're going to pause. We're just going to sit on the food because we know Desire is coming soon. Doing good, Tyler. How are you today? Yeah, so there is an event coming. We don't know any details, not up on the test server yet. Yeah, exactly. With all the new heroes coming, guys, save some of the food. I see you with that 5-star Oscar waiting to be built. Yeah, exactly. So once we build up Rigby, guys, we'll build Rigby. Oscar will be soon, which I think even in here, I think we have a couple to swap out. We can drop out Rose. Oscar, we already have the copies. Thane, we're a little bit shy, but he's the last one. He's the last one, guys. And then that's all food. Everybody else is ascended, which we could add more stars to them. But ultimately, we're almost done, guys. You know what? Let's go with Cecilia. Cecilia we use. All right, Maulers. Remember, we just got him knocked out. Anoki, we have some copies of. We need Warwick in here. Oh, I didn't know Warwick wasn't in here. I would have put Warwick in here a long time ago. In here, I believe just about everyone's done. Got some copies of Cirrus. And then, of course, with the new Graveborns, or with the Graveborns, just need another star there. And she is done. A couple more stars for Graveborns. And they'll be done as well, guys. So we're still a couple diamonds short. Can we do a campaign push? Not tonight, Kevin. We are at an hour. We are definitely getting ready with the heroes within probably the next week. Campaign or for the Abyssal Expedition, we are almost done, guys. We are already at boss is dead. But right now, boom, we need a couple more settlements. We need some more essence, core relics. Then, of course, the 5 mythic relics, T8, and it's done as far as rank. Boss comes back in 16 hours. So not too much going on there. 2 buttons I need, one to remove all gear, the other to equip based on faction for all ascended heroes. Yeah, Ash, that would be very cool as well. I would even like in formations, if I could set gear on this formation, I think it would be really, really cool, really convenient to set formation. So essentially, if I went into a battle, I could change whatever I wanted to. So if I had, let's say this was my Mauler formation, if I chose the Mauler formation, it would equip them with gear, would be very cool as well. But ultimately, it's very, very, very tough. Raku or Kren? I would go Raku. Raku, guys, a lot of players are using him late game, end game, very, very powerful. We've seen him in a couple boss fights in the Twisted Realm. Raku, very, very strong. Kren, little bit. I know some places we've used Kren, but not too many. Haven't seen that many places that he is being utilized. But ultimately, guys, Raku works in a couple different teams, does a lot of damage, and brings a crowd control aspect in there as well. We're still not using Ruspin, but actually let's drop. Now we got an extra slot here. Look at how many heroes we have. But you know what? Let's go ahead and save this extra slot just in case we need somebody. We'll save it right now. We'll go ahead and save this one. Where are we at for progression? So right here, guys, boom, we're number 1 in the Wilder Tower, or the Wilder Ladder, number 1 in the Graveborn. Here, we're number 5. We got to make a lot of progression, guys. So next time we come on, we're going to have to make a lot of progression. I'm sure we're slacking here, 408. We are definitely slacking. Kevin, you're right. We're going to have to go ahead and make a lot more progression in there. King's Tower, we're still 3rd. I need to push this a lot too. I haven't pushed the King's Tower, but we need a lot of gold out of there. So definitely need a lot more out of the King's Tower. So we're going to have to push this probably tonight. Towers are almost at 400. I got to focus on these two as well. So we got a lot of work to do here, guys. Yes, Baden absolutely needs a rework, Poa. Ultimately, yeah, he definitely needs some help. And what's going on? PHUC. I see what you did there. Antandra was my first ascended hero. Didn't know she was good in the tower. Yeah, so essentially, Ash, Antandra wasn't good at all. She was a hero that no one ever built. They reworked her not too long ago. Once they reworked her, an absolute monster, guys. Absolute monster. Who do you think is a better healer, Silas or Desire? Ultimately, we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to see. We don't know. Usually after about a week of being up on the global server, we can see exactly who's going to work and who is going to work really well. Right now, it seems like they both have their own niche. Big thing with Silas, of course, is he brings more attack. That's the thing there, is he brings this 20% attack rating boost, plus he brings the immunity. So both of them are going to have their own spot. It's just going to be where. Essentially, it is ultimately just going to come down to, it's only going to come down to where they're really going to be used, guys. So very, very cool. All right, guys, so we got through half of the Misty Valley. Didn't get Khazard. He eluded us again, unfortunately, but we're 5, I think like 5.5, probably almost 6 summons deep. So Stargazer next time should have no problem picking up another copy of him. Also, we're going to save our diamonds to go ahead and pick up Peggy out of here. I think it has one more day till the reset. 4 copies of Peggy, she'll be ascended, and then it's on to Morale, and so on and so forth as we continue to build these heroes like crazy. Super stoked that we did pull a copy of her. Every copy you guys pull is one less copy that you have to get, guys. And remember, new events are coming soon. Get all of your loot out of the Abyssal Expedition. Make sure you're doing all of the bountiful trials for the heroes. It is free stones. It is free loot. Even here, guys, all the bountiful trials, it is free loot everywhere. Lilith has just been giving to this, including the codes. Yeah, I got a Morales. That's awesome. Do you think it's a little scary you're going to have the most of your heroes fully ascended soon? Not at all, Tyler. With the crazy amount of time that I want to have enough diamonds, I want to have enough resources that when the new Graveborn support hits, I already have food. I already have food in here. I already have fodder. I already have the heroes built. I absolutely want to have the heroes built, especially when we're getting more of these heroes. I mean, we got a new hero recently. We have more dimensional heroes. It's never going to stop. Ronan beat 29. Welcome to chapter 30. Get ready. Once you get to chapter 30, you'll probably get 15 or 20 stages in. And then you'll be right stuck again where you're at. Spring surprise, guys. Free heroes out of there. A lot more stuff coming down the pipeline. Misty Valley just reset. We have more Peaks of Time that are coming, more Wandering Bloom that is coming. Just always more stuff. This is one of the reasons so many players stay involved with AFK Arena. And the reason is, if it's 2 or 3 weeks that Lilith doesn't do something to this game, change it, update it, add more heroes, tweak some things, it's absolutely crazy with how much dedication they have to this and how much they change. So guys, that'll do it for tonight. You're it. Thank you for joining us for a moment. That will do it for our stream for tonight, which it looks like. Wait a minute, guys. Isaac just opened up the hero, or just opened up the boss. We're going to do 3 quick collects here. And fingers crossed, could we get 500 diamonds? We might get shut down again. Maybe. There's 30. There's 40. Oh, we're short. Yorit got to chapter 33 with Saurus and like a yes. Saurus, guys, if you guys don't know, Saurus is just a monster, guys. I got him a T3 stone today. He can burn through team comps, while healing team comps. It is very strong. Guys, he is an absolute phenomenal healer, even though he's a warrior. But ultimately, guys, we fell short of our 500. All right, guys, so again, that will do it for the stream for tonight. Where are the badges? The badges are in here. Our medals. So there's our medals, guys. Legendary, Elite, which of course is PvP. This one I think is still, nope, that's the PvP one. So there's all 3 medals that we're hanging out with. All right, guys, so that will do it for tonight. Thank you guys for joining me again. Absolutely stoked. We got a copy of Moreo, got a lot of heroes from Summons, maxed out 2 more. That is right, guys. We got Rose maxed out to 5 stars. We got Titus maxed out to 5 stars, which is very cool. Yeah, the speedy lizard. I love the speedy lizard. If you guys don't know, guys, Saurus will also run through almost every single trial of God. They can absolutely destroy it. So again, guys, thank you guys for joining me. Have a great night. And as always, thank you guys for watching.